Welcome to our class. I'm Madam Mura from King's Technical College. Today I want us to learn about meetings. We are going to learn what it means, the meaning of the meetings, that's the definition. We are going to look at the types of kinds of meetings. And then we are going to look at how you prepare for the meetings and how you conduct the meetings. So I would like us to start with the definition. So when we say meeting, we mean coming together. So this is a deliberate assembly. It's a deliberate assembly of members to discuss a specific agenda. So it is a deliberate, it is a planned. It can be planned or not planned, but it is a deliberate assembly. It's an assembly. People coming together to discuss something. They come together for a purpose. They don't come together anyhow. They come together for a purpose. That's what we mean when we say meetings. So let us look at the types. We have two types. We have informal and we have formal. We have informal and we have formal. So informal meetings are those meetings which are called at a short notice, either by means of memorandum or by telephone or by word of mouth. Those are informal meetings. They have a short notice. Either they can use a memorandum to call for that meeting, or they can use a telephone, meaning calls, they can call, or they can use word of mouth. They are usually called to discuss the matters. Mostly they are called to discuss the matters which arise suddenly. They were not planned for. So they are called to discuss the matters which arise suddenly. So informal meetings do not usually have an agenda. Informal meetings do not have an agenda. Okay, they don't have an agenda because they have a short notice. When you are in the meeting, that's when you come up with the agenda. That is informal. It does not follow the rules of effective communication. Informal meetings does not follow the rules of effective communication. Now I want us to take more time on the formal meetings. Now formal meetings, these are the meetings held after the people entitled to attend that meeting are notified in writing. In most cases, they are given a notice of 14 days or 21 days. That's formal meeting. So before the meeting day, for the formal meetings, the members are given a notice accompanied with an agenda. They are given a notice accompanied with an agenda. So let us look at the types of formal meetings. Most of the time we have the general meeting. The general meeting may be attended by all members of the organization. General meeting is attended by all members of the organization, and it may be called each month or quarterly, or can be held once a year. It will depend on the organization. Those which are held once a year, we call them annual general meetings. The ones which are called for only once a year, we call them annual general meeting. So the annual general meetings are held to elect the officials and the committee members. Annual general meetings, mostly they are called to elect officials and committee members, as well as receiving reports and presenting financial accounts. Okay, so all the members must attend, they're supposed to attend, in order to receive the reports about what has happened the whole year, and also they receive the final accounts, such the financial statements, for them to understand whether they are operating the organization at a profit or at a loss. Is the organization standing or it is going to fall? So it is better for all the members to be in order to know what is happening in the company. Another form of meeting is the extraordinary general meeting. So extraordinary general meeting is that additional meeting which is called for a particular purpose other than when it is required by the constitution or by the rules of the organization. Okay, it is an additional meeting which is called for a particular purpose other than the one which has been written in the rules of the organization or the constitution of the organization. So in such a meetings, matters which cannot wait, in such an extraordinary general meeting, matters which cannot wait until the specific date or specified date for the next general meeting are discussed. So those matters which cannot wait until you have the general meeting which you have specified in your documents, you discuss them in the extraordinary general meeting. Then we have the committee meeting. We have the committee meeting. This is a meeting which is attended mostly only by the committee members. A meeting which is attended by only committee members. The committee may consist most of the committee meeting consists of the chairperson. We have the chairperson. We have the secretary. We have the treasurer. And also we can have one member. We can have one or several other members appointed. The members must be appointed by the organization or by the other members. For small organizations, we have only one member. But for a large organization, they can appoint more than one person or member to go and listen on what the committee members are saying. Then they give other members a report. So what will be the work of the chairperson during that committee meeting? The chairperson is supposed to conduct the meeting, usually to an agreed set rules called the standing orders. So the chairperson will follow the standing orders. So he has to follow the standing orders when conducting the meeting. The secretary is there to draft the agenda for the meeting and issue to the members. Then during the meeting, he has to take notes of what is discussed at the meeting and also prepare the minutes of record after the approval and also adaptation at the next committee meeting. Then the treasurer is there, is responsible for the financial affairs of the body, of the organization. For example, if there is some contributions, the treasurer is the one to keep the amount. Even if nowadays we don't keep the money in the house, we mostly take the money. We must have, if this is a group meeting, a group or an organization, you have account where you take your money. Then the members are there mostly to assist the committee members to make decisions. Now, how do you prepare for the meeting? Let's look at the preparation. Preparation for meeting. So, when preparing for the meeting, the secretary should ensure that all the following points have been dealt with before any type of meeting. The secretary should ensure that all the following points have been dealt with before any type of the meeting. So, there must be proper notice. There should be proper notice, which should be given to all members entitled to attend. So the notice is given to all the members entitled to attend the meeting. So the notification should state the press. This notification should state the press, date, time. Mostly it states the press, date, and the time of the meeting. So it may indicate the submission in writing by a certain date or of matters for discussion to be included in the agenda. So it can also include matters for discussion. It can also include matters of discussion, which is included in the agenda. The notice can also have some information which is going to be discussed during the meeting, even if it is included in the agenda. Also, the notice of the meeting usually includes the agenda, as I have said. If maintained within the office, members should know what they are going to use. Also, the agenda is sent out in good time to all members. The agenda is sent out in good time to all members. Now, what is this agenda? How can you define an agenda? Okay, you can say an agenda is a summary of the business to be transacted at the meeting. It's a summary of the business. You can say of the business, or you can call them items. At the meeting. The ones which are going to be the item to be discussed in the meeting, or the business to be transacted at the meeting. So, usually the items to be discussed are numbered or lettered for ease reference, and also in most cases this agenda, let's look the agenda first. You have said it has the items which are going to be discussed during the meeting. This agenda should have an order. So an agenda is usually numbered. It can be numbered or lettered. For his reference. So it must follow this order. So the order of the items in the agenda usually include the minutes of the last meeting, matters arising, from the minutes, we have the matters referred, from the minutes or from the previous meeting. Also, we have the correspondence receipt, the correspondence received and request to be reported in the meeting. So we have periodically recurring items and reports. And also we have matters referred to. From one department to another. So these are the items which are supposed to be included in the agenda. So when drafting an agenda, the secretary should make a skeleton agenda. When drafting the agenda, the secretary should make a skeleton agenda. Thereafter, further matters will be added as they arise during the ensuing period. Okay. Now let us look at how you conduct the meeting. Conducting the meeting. So when conducting the meeting, we say the meeting is conducted by the chairperson. The meeting is conducted by the chairperson. So the chairperson being in the chair, the chairperson being the chair, and a quorum present. When we say quorum, we have the quorum. The quorum is the number of people who must. Number of people or members who must, by rules. Remember, we have the Constitution. You have to follow the Constitution. So the number of members or persons who must, by rules, be present at a meeting before these proceedings. Or before it proceeds. Okay, so when the chairperson is on the chair, we say chairperson being in the chair and the quorum present. So the conduct of meeting thereafter is in the hands of the chairperson. So this then will include, this will be the functions of the chairperson during the meeting. So the chairperson will be seeing that the chairperson should be seeing that the meeting is properly constituted. So ensure that the meeting is properly constituted. The meeting should be properly constituted. And also the chairperson should maintain order and confining discussion to the matters before the meeting. Maintaining order. Has to maintain order. And also he has to ensure equal opportunity of speech for all members. Must give all the members a chance to hear their views. Also, he has to adhere to the order of the business. Adhere with the order of the business. Also, he has to see that standing orders are strictly complied with. Has to see that the standing orders are strictly adhered to. And also he is supposed to see that the meeting discussions on the points. Seeing that the meeting discussions on the points before they are correctly scheduled. This means that he has to make sure that the points which were supposed to be discussed are properly discussed before they pass it or they write it as a minute. Okay, so in our next lesson we are going to learn about the reports.